I'm just going to do that. So thank you everybody for joining us this evening. I'm really excited to bring this. My name is Samantha Tarr. I've actually been in the business nearly 10 years this year. If everyone can just mute themselves as they join, that would be really helpful, actually. I think everybody's muted. That's great. Thank you, everybody. So yes, as I said, I've been in this business for 10 years. So originally I started out over 30 years in the beauty industry. Absolutely loving it, love it. It's been a huge passion of mine all my life, all my working life, and I've always been an independent business owner within this industry. 11 years ago, I had my daughter, and actually as a mum, your working life and your hours change. And at that point, I was looking for something that I could fit flexibly around my daughter. I wasn't looking for this company. They just kind of found me, actually. And at the time, I'd never seen this type of business. So although I knew the beauty and wellness industry really well, I didn't know it at this level or this kind of business model, which was completely different to a traditional business model, which is what I want to take through with you tonight. And what I love about this is that this is for everybody. And as we progress through this, I'm going to tell you why I love it and why I love sharing this with so many people. So as a company, which I will talk more about, this company is built on innovation, which I will expand more on that. Vision for a long-term future, stability and trust, because this is all about you. This is about you and where you are going to put your time. So if you're going to put your time and effort into something, you want to know that it's going to be there for years and years to come to make your time and effort worth it. And that's why 10 years on, I'm still here. I'm just going to see if I can just move. That's it. That's brilliant. So what are you looking for? So everybody, maybe you weren't even, been invited to take a look at this tonight. Maybe you weren't really looking for something, but actually everybody comes into this business for a whole host of different reasons. Most people want to come in because they want extra money. They might be looking to replace an income, or it might be they're looking for an extra £200 to £500 a month to help with rising costs or car payments. We're all different and we all have different reasons why we come into this. For me, I wanted an income that was flexible around my family, that I could choose to work at the times I chose to work, rather than being run by an appointment system, which I found, I had an amazing time, but I found as the years went on, very tiring, and didn't allow me to have the flexibility that I really, really wanted, because I didn't want to miss out anything on my daughter's life, but I still wanted to be financially independent. It might be want to have a leveraged income, have your own business. There's so many different reasons, travel opportunities and meeting new people. So these are all the different things that, we actually have within the business that we're talking about this evening. So as I touched on earlier, this business is all about trends. Now, I've been in the beauty industry for over 30 years. And I can tell you, and we're not just talking about the beauty industry here. If we're talking about trends are what drive the future. What does that mean? Well, a trend is something that gets billions of dollars or pounds flowing into the economy with growth long term. That's what a trend is. Not to be confused with something that's a fad. Something that comes in once, everybody buys it and nobody buys it again. You could liken that to, say, the Rubik's Cube. If you go back to the 80s when it first came out, everybody bought one, nobody bought one again. That's called a fad, until obviously, I don't know, 10 years ago, they reinvented it in all these different ways with it. So we're looking at something that's going to offer stability, and that's what we have. As a company, they've actually invested millions and millions into technology and e-commerce to make what we do easier and more accessible to work globally. And that's what I love. Previously in my traditional business, I was very working very sort of locality, just to the area I was in. So I'd spent 30 years building my clientele, but I couldn't move away from it because I'd lose my income. Whereas with this business, which is what I was really looking for, is something that didn't tie me to the area. So I could build a business, but I could live wherever I wanted because of the way we work. So we're looking at personalized solutions for beauty, skincare, and wellness. Social selling, which is a huge trend. Flexible working, oh my goodness, since lockdowns and COVID, flexible working, you know, who wasn't working flexibly? You know, it was a very small minority that weren't working flexibly during COVID. There was a lot of people that weren't working at all. We've also, you know, quite rightly so, become very, very conscious about sustainability and the environmental impact. And as a company, they invest millions again and work very, very hard to be very conscious on the environmental impact of how they work. I'm not going to go into too much details about that, but there's a lot behind that this company are doing that's really, really interesting. So who are our partners? So this is a company called Nu Skin Enterprises. So we're open in nearly 50 markets globally. So that's 50 different countries. What that means is, with the click of a button, wherever you are sitting now, doesn't matter which country you're in, you can retail or you can do business with anybody in those 50 markets through your phone or your laptop in any of those countries. Next year, we're celebrating 40 years of the company started. So they started in 1984, and they started with the three founders who still are in the business, very, very active. We had the pleasure of meeting one of them last year at Kensington Palace for tea, actually, last year, which was a huge moment for us. Their families work in it and their grandchildren are still in the business. This company is an independent company. They're not owned by a higher conglomerate. And actually, when I first started the business, that was really, really important for me, because I'd worked with a lot of brands previously that get taken over, and this changes and that changes and your deals change, everything changes. When I saw that they were independent, I was like, that's a massive tick for me. They're not going anywhere, you know. 2021, as you can see, they were a $2.7 billion company. They are set to hit $3 billion. They're traded on the New York Stock Exchange, which means everything is transparent. You can go out and find anything that we're showing is completely transparent. We are all, ever since I've been with the company, and obviously previously before, they are always winning awards, always multiple awards consistently, not just for the products, but for the business, for their innovation, for their apps, so many different things, for their, you know, they're always market leaders. And that's what they win a lot of awards for. And as you can see here, it's not just that, it's just about the business as well as the products. They have a huge vision, which is absolutely at their heart, to be the world's leading integrated beauty and wellness company, powered by our dynamic affiliate opportunity platform. And I honestly, in the 10 years I've been with the company, this is at their heart. This is the bit that grabbed my attention when I first saw this. So I was literally sitting in your seats 10 years ago, not looking for anything else. But actually, when I saw this, I realized even back then, 10 years ago, before we had COVID and all of that, we'd been through a financial crisis that affected a lot of businesses, including mine, which was a traditional business. I had 3 employees. The town that I was in went through a terrible time through the financial crisis, and I had to make redundancies back to working on my own. Wasn't a pleasant time at all. don't want to repeat it, but I know through COVID, a lot of people have also gone through that. So I completely understand how people feel. And actually, having something that doesn't have the traditional costs around it, you literally run your business from your phone. And that's it. And that's what I love. You can do it when you want to. That's what we help and support you with. So going back to the science, this is what grabbed my attention. As a company, most product companies that you will see advertising in the shops, wherever you go, in the salons, clinics, wherever, they may have 3 to 5, possibly 8 scientists that are innovating and producing their products to market. When I saw this, that they have over 75 in-house scientists. The guy in the middle here, don't think you can see him here. This is Joe Chang. Met Joe Chang. In fact, we nearly rugby tackled him in London, actually, a group of us when we saw him. A great guy, great character, but actually a huge story behind that. Won't go into that too much, but they have a huge passion for this. Over 75 scientists, and they're PhD or multi-PhD level and above. They have the next 10 years of products sorted. They're already working on products we don't even know we need. And I can honestly tell you that since I've been with the company, I've never looked for a product outside of the company, and they're always innovating. Now, what that means for you and why that's important is because in this industry, people love new products. They love new science. They love anything new. It's just human nature. So we always have 2 launches a year. I can literally guarantee we have 2 launches a year. That keeps your business fresh, 100%. And that's why I wanted to be with them. I could see the credibility. And it's all about keeping your business fresh with new things that are market leaders. And this is, part of all of that as well. So the device market, the devices that we use, we are absolutely dominating this market. We brought out the LumiSpa here 5.5 years ago. Within 18 months, it sold over 2 million LumiSpas. Now, it doesn't really mean that much to you, and I get that because you don't know if that's good or not. But actually, that put us at number one. It put us at being the number one at-home beauty device brand for 2017, the first time. Since 2017, and it doesn't say it on here, but we're named it again last year. The last 5 consecutive years, we have been the number one at-home beauty brand. Now, that isn't us saying that is Euromonitor. So Euromonitor is a body that analyzes the data for all of the companies that sell products. And we have been named number one for ease of use, so it's simple to use. The results, yes, we get those results that we show. And price point, it's a good price point for ease of use, and they are salon results you can get at home. So there's another side to what we do. There's lots of different sides. There is something for everybody in this business, which is what I'm going to go through in the next couple of slides. Social selling. Oh my goodness. Who doesn't buy from results we see on social media now? So just for instance, this lady here, beautiful lady, this is how we used to promote products going back way before social media. Nobody buys that from that anymore. We all buy from sharing, from recommendations. This is what we're doing. We are sharing our own results. We're sharing our own partners' results. People that we know, we're sharing our results through social media in a simple way that we help you with. We share these with you, and people buy products this way. Now, what I said earlier is I've been in the beauty industry for years, so I can categorically say this is how we used to sell products. I love the fact now that we are selling and recommending products from real results. That makes me really happy. And even though I'm in the beauty industry, I love the fact that anybody else can actually benefit from that and be able to make some extra money by sharing their own results or results we've all had. I love that because I think it's so important that the consumer understands the results they can achieve. And that doesn't matter if that's come from an expert selling it or from somebody who's had those results or wants to share those results. Honestly, your friends, your network, your family, they want to buy from you. They honestly do. Because if they don't buy from you, they're going to buy it from somebody else or from a shop. So actually, why not share it and get those results and help them have great results? Because that's what makes your heart sing, when they get results and you're earning extra money. Honestly, there's no better feeling. So that's part of something that we can do with social sellers. We have certain products that sell really well through that. We help and train you with that. This is actually the part of the business that initially brought me in. I could see the products, the skincare products were very credible. They had the science, they had the results, yet that box was ticked. I have a national level sports background. If you want to know what that is, you'll have to put it in the chat box and I will tell you. I'll share it with you and I bet you, or you can put in there what you guess it might be, because I bet you can't guess what it is. This is what I was really interested in. Now, this is our sister brand that is under the Nu Skin umbrella. This is our supplement brand. Also, we have the Biophotonic scanner, which scans your antioxidant levels. You put your hand on it, as you can see here, and it measures your skin carotenoid tissue, which is your antioxidants in the body. This gives you a measure of your immunity protection in the body. It's a very important bit of information. We have certain products that are certified with a scanner. This is our multivitamin here, the Life Pack. We have JVI, which is a juice form of the Life Pack without some of the minerals in it. And then our latest launch, which launched last year, is our collagen, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. These are all certified with a scanner, giving you a money back guarantee. And some of our skincare actually has a money back guarantee as well. So you pop your hand on the scanner, you get a score. You go on to the supplements, you take them every month for 3 months. If your score doesn't increase, you get a money back guarantee from the company, which is absolutely fantastic. So please, any of these you think, oh, that sounds interesting, go back to the person that invited you. And we can help you to find out more about these. So this is our latest launch last year, our Beauty Focus Collagen Plus. So wellness, you can feel on the inside and you can see. I love this slide. So the results you see on the inside are happening on the outside, are happening on the inside. Now, once a month, we have a collagen call, same time, 8:30 on a Sunday evening. We go into all the details about collagen. Honestly, it's a huge subject. We literally can't cover it just within a few slides, but actually we have a specialist here with us who we absolutely use her skills on this collagen call to give us more information. So you're more than welcome to join us. The next one is the 23rd of July. Come with your questions, come with anybody that you think might be interested. Why is ours different? Like I said, we're always market leaders. So our scientists, remember we've got 75 scientists, they identified a bioactive collagen peptide fingerprint, which is like having the key, the golden key, to go in and stimulate your skin cells to produce more collagen and elastin, because you cannot put collagen in. It's all about stimulating and boosting collagen. That's what it's all about. We also have lutein, which is a very, very high antioxidant for radiance. It helps to prevent so imagine we're producing all this beautiful, nice new collagen. We need to protect that from oxidative stress and all the reasons why our collagen breaks down in the first place. So the lutein forms a lovely protection around that, so we get the benefit from it, and the free radicals don't break it down. Again, we go into a bit more detail about that. Phytoceramides, these help to add moisture within the body. So this is just a real snapshot about the collagen, but honestly, if you want to know more, go back to the person that's invited you. Please come along on our next call. So the benefits of our Collagen Beauty Focus Plus for the skin, honestly, it's all about the radiance. It's all about under the eyes, and it really helps to give you that healthy glow. Honestly, we have so many results and testimonies. This has all been tested independently as well. So we have so many different reasons why our collagen is absolutely fantastic. So everybody needs collagen. Actually, it benefits literally every cell within the body. So it is one of the first things I would highly recommend you to try. So what we can offer. So as a company, we can offer supplementary income. You can set your hours, you know, depending on what your goals are. If you've got goals, you want to earn £200 to £500 a month, brilliant. We can help and show you how to do that. If you go, Sam, look, I want to replace my income, great, we can show you that. Or if you go, actually, I just want the big money, go, right, okay, let's get to work. I'll show you how to do that as well. Like I said, you can work remotely from your phone, anywhere in the world, in 50 different countries. It's absolutely liberating, and the relationships that you build through that is fantastic. We have weekly and monthly pay. I'm going to go through that in a minute. As a company, Nu Skin, 40%, more than 40% of their revenue goes to commissions, to affiliates for the time, effort, and work that they put in, which is huge. They want to be known as the best network marketing company. So just to give you a snapshot, what Nu Skin does, think of a traditional business, everything you have to do, they do all of that. All of that is taken care for you. What we do is we connect to customers, and we connect to people who want to do the business. That's our job. So basically, Nu Skin relieve us of logistics, and you know, they do your statements, distribution, marketing material, absolute shipping. They take care of all of that, and our customer service and account manager are absolutely brilliant. They will bend over backwards for us. So what I want to do now is just very briefly take you through, and this is going to look really complicated, the next few slides. Please don't overthink it. Please come back, ask me or ask Bridget or whoever invited you with us, and we will help to explain it in a more simple way. So I like to think of this business as small, medium, and large. So the small is sharing. So we're going to use the products ourselves, and we're going to share our experiences, or we're going to share different products that maybe you haven't used yourself, because you're not going to use absolutely every single product, but we as a company, and we work together as a team, so we help you to share products that are doing really well and the results. So for that, you can make up to 38% profit. Each product has a sharing bonus between 5 and 15%. So you can basically, when you're sharing the products, you're earning retail profit. You might be sharing with friends, family, social media, people in your network, or you might be, making new network connections, and you can earn weekly pay through this. So the next section is what I like to call like more of a medium-sized business. This is where you can replace an income. Okay, so you get the same as you did before, where you'll get the retail profit and sharing bonus, where you're retail and sharing. But here you might start to bring in other people who would like to do the same as what you're doing, sharing the products, building a business. You can sit wherever you want with this. It is completely up to you We will work with you where you want to be. So for this, on top of, and basically, so here you are, there's you. You might bring other people in, you might have customers, you might have somebody, say, for instance, in the wellness industry, fitness instructors, yoga, chiropractors, beauty industry people who are amazing on social media, who've got no experience with any of them, but they just love selling products to their friends. You might have people that love going to networking events. All of these people can start to build in your network, and then they start to bring other people in. For that, you get paid between 5 and 40%, which can be absolutely huge on all of your business that you're growing there. So the last section here is a monthly pay. So I'm just going to move me down there. So this is what we call a leadership. So I like to call this, think of this as a larger, like a royalty business. So it's going to start to pay you whether you're working in it or not. This takes time to mature. Okay. So this is, I'm not going to go into any more detail, actually. I'm going to go on to the next slide with that. This looks really complicated, and the only reason this looks complicated is because it's all about compliance. So I want to just give you a little bit of an overview here. So everybody starts as a brand affiliate, which everybody starts here, and it says monthly average. This isn't on your retail profit at all. This is nothing to do with your retail profit. So you get your retail profit anyway. So once you become, like in the middle section, the build, you become what we call a brand representative, and there's a qualification up to that, which we help and guide you to do. When you've helped one other person become a brand rep, you become what we call a gold partner. For this, on top of your retail profit, you will get paid roughly about £500 a month, £500 to £600 a month, which is obviously about $800. Once you've helped 2 people to become a brand rep, the average earnings is roughly about £800 to £900 a month on top of, and this is monthly pay. So you get weekly pay or monthly pay. So you almost get paid 5 times a month once you move into the leadership. This is probably the big milestone once you become a brand rep. This is helping 4 people to become brand reps, which you're helping them with. We're all helping, you're inviting them along. We're all working together as a team. Once you have 4 people to become a brand rep, the average earnings for that is in the UK is roughly £1,500 to £1,600 a month on top of your retail sales that you were doing before. Now, when you become a Ruby partner, you work and you qualify for a success trip, which I'm going to talk about after that. So you've got your 4 people that are brand reps. When you've helped one of those who wants to then start to grow a bigger leadership team and become an Emerald director, the average earnings is about £3,000 a month. Then when you've helped 5 people to become a brand rep, 2 of those are building leadership teams. So they're wanting to build and bring more people into the business. The average earning in the UK is about £6,000 a month. As you can see in dollars here, it's about 7,800. When you become what we call a blue diamond leader, you've got 6 people to become a brand rep. So you're looking for 6 people to become a brand rep, and 3 of those are building what we call a leadership team and leg. The average earnings for that is about £19,000 to £20,000 a month. Now, when I first saw that, I thought, I didn't even know people earned that a month. Honestly, I've seen people that came into the business when I did 10 years ago, actually before me, 10, say 11 years ago, and people before that in the UK here. You know, in America, oh my goodness, they've been doing it for absolutely years. In America, 40 years, oh my goodness, they're like way, way past that. But there's people in the UK that have earned in excess of £1 million or £5 million in consecutive earnings over the last 10 years. And these are people that I've seen, I know, and I know that this business works if you want it to. But actually, it doesn't matter if that's not for you. Everybody can sit where they want, and absolutely everybody is welcome here. So like I talked about, this is a company that reward your hard work with success trips. So we have 2 a year. These are just a couple of the places that they've been to. And there's other ones. They have 1 a year where you can actually qualify. They call it We Go Home, back to Utah, and you are absolutely treated. It's you plus one. So you and whoever you want to bring with you. And they have this brilliant one where they go back to Utah, and you go to the head office, you go to the research centers, you go to meet the scientists, see what they're doing. It's absolutely fantastic. So just very briefly, this company has a really big heart. So we always say it's 5% of what they do, but 95% of who they are. So back in 2020, I think it was actually, the scientists developed this bag of Vitamil. So I purchase Vitamil every month and I donate it. And it's donated to Malawi, which was a country that had the highest malnutrition in children in the world. So in the last 20 years, they have been we've been buying and donating these bags of Vitamil. So the Vitamil is like a bag of rice. It feeds 1 child for a month. Now, that isn't just got a bag of rice that, sort of fills their tummy so they're not hungry. It has everything a child needs to grow cognitively, strength, bones, everything. So if you haven't seen anything else that you like tonight, why don't you just donate a bag of Vitamil? Because honestly, it's a huge project that we work with, and it could really, really help a lot of children. So support and training, just to very briefly, just to come to the end of this now. So we have so many different resources available. We have a personalized app store, we have a website, completely free training. We have everything you need, support, whichever area you want to come in with, we can help and support you. It doesn't have to be all online, it can be offline, and we can help you with all of that. So it's all about timing. And actually, the market is absolutely hugely growing, especially as we have collagen now. The science behind what we have. We've got another huge launch coming this year. We've got a new launch happening on the 12th of July for a new lash and brow. And you might think lash and brow, but actually the lash industry is absolutely huge. And you think, you used to just see beauty salons on your own. Now you just see lash salons, lash and brow salons. That will tell you how big the industry is. Huge. And we've got that coming on the 12th of July. It's been heralded in the 40 years, one of their biggest launches. And we've had some huge launches. So it's up to you. It's your business, your way. Try the products, see how you like them, maybe recommend them to some friends, see how they like them. And we can help you to be small, medium, and large, depending where you want to be. So I'm just going to stop sharing this now. And I would like to invite Bridget, who is just going to very briefly just give a little testimonial about herself and about this business.
Oh, hi. Good evening, everybody. So thank you, Sam, for asking me to speak this evening. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Bridget Warburton. I'm happily married. I have a son. He's 14. Not 14, no, he's 13. Sorry, just turned 13. And my background is I was a traditional business owner for 20 years. So I had 4 dry cleaning shops and I had a central unit. I employed 20 people. I had drivers, I had vans, and I lived and breathed my business for 20 years. And I made a really good living out of it. It was a successful business. I kind of rode 2 recessions, and managed to come out the other end. So I think that was always, give yourself a pat on the back. So I got to the stage where I was definitely looking for something different in my life. my husband's in business. He has his own business. And I used to say to my husband, I just want an online business where it's just me. I don't want to employ anybody. I don't want to be buying machinery. My business had massive costs and overheads. Anybody who's in business knows, you know, VAT returns, monthly salaries, just the costs of running a business are huge. And I was definitely on the lookout for something else. I came across this business. My beautician introduced me to the business. At the time, I didn't realize there was a business. I bought a LumiSpa from her. And I just started using the LumiSpa after I'd been to the gym. I was in the changing room in the ladies' changing rooms, and I just used to use it in front of the mirror. And people started to ask me what I had done to my face, what was different, had I had Botox, because I had my skin just straight away instantly looked different after using the LumiSpa. And I had good skin. I didn't have any problems with my skin. But over time, you know, as you age, it starts to get a bit duller and a few wrinkles set in. And people just started to ask me about the LumiSpa, and then they started to buy off me. And I went back to my beautician, and she said, you know, Bridget, you should do this business. It's a great business. And at the time, I employed 20 people. My mum had Alzheimer's. You know, it really wasn't the right time. But I began to get curious about the business, and I signed up. It was a free account. And I started to go to events. I went to one in Birmingham. I went to one in London. And I kept coming away from these events, and I just didn't get it. And it wasn't so much that I was skeptical, but I just didn't get how people could make a huge business out of selling beauty products. I just didn't get it. But I was still curious. I was very curious. And in 2019, I booked a ticket and a flight, and I went over to the Global Convention in Utah. I flew over there on my own on my birthday. And I think my thought process was, I'm going to go because I want to be able to come back and say, you know what, it's not for me. I honestly just wanted to prove to myself that I'd done everything I could to look at this business. So anyway, my husband had already persuaded me to put my business on the market, my dry cleaning business, and which I had done. I went off to the Global Convention. I was in the Global Convention, and I suddenly realized, it was a light bulb moment, that, wow, this is a huge business. This is a huge business. And I just saw the whole package, the big picture. And actually at the Global Convention, I was sat in the seats listening to all the speakers. My husband called me and said, somebody has put an offer on your business, a little bit less than what we were asking for. Do you want to sell? And I was just straight away, sell. I am doing this business. I want to take this business seriously. And hence, you know, I sold my business actually just before lockdown, 3 weeks before we went into lockdown. Very lucky there. And I started doing this business online. Again, I didn't know anything about online business. I had 25 friends on Facebook, and I've learned how to do the business online and offline. So I have just returned back I've done 10 months in Switzerland, in a French-speaking part of Switzerland. I've continued to build my business there. I've built up a few customers in the village with French-speaking, non-English people that have bought from me. And we've just arrived back here in the UK. But I think what is amazing about this business is it is zero investment. So you haven't got the overheads that you've got of a traditional business. You have got an abundance of support. I mean, we're just a small group here tonight on this call, but we are part of a much larger UK team and also a US global team who are incredible. You know, they really are incredible, these people. And also we've got the backing of the company, which is second to none. As Sam said, you know, we went to a little event in London last year, and the founder, Sandy, was there. She was there, just sat with us having an afternoon tea. It was quite amazing. Incredible story. She started this from her garage in Utah 40 years ago. I mean, this lady is incredible. So I'm passionate about this business, as you can tell. I love it. You know, no matter where you want to be, if you want to earn a couple of hundred a month, a couple of thousand, or you really want to go down that entrepreneurial route and build a business, there is a place for everybody here. There's a place for everybody. So yes, so that's all from me. I will pass you back now to Sam.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, that's brilliant. I love hearing your